dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good evening. Thanks for staying up with us. I'm Jack Demler. Earlier today, the new University of Kentucky men's basketball coach Mark Pope was welcomed to the Bluegrass by Big Blue Nation. WYMT's Nate Johnson joins us in studio to tell us about Pope's introductory news conference. Nate.
Yeah, thanks, Jack. As many people know, Kentucky basketball, well, it's treated like a religion, and now the Wildcat faithful, they have a Pope on their side. BBN was fired up today at Mark Pope's first news conference, and he rolled up in style in a UK bus with the 1996 National Championship team, and Rupp was going nuts. After an initial welcome speech, Pope talked to the media and took questions in front of a packed house. But here's the thing, Jack. One point that rang clear is that the expectation is championships, and his goal at Kentucky is to bring them back to that standard.
And Nate, just the sight of Rupp Arena, the fans filling the arena for a news conference. It looks like Big Blue Nation is in full support of Coach Pope.
Yeah, absolutely. It was exciting to just watch that. I heard the energy was just kind of palpable to be there, but just to see the fans react, it was really cool.
And Nate, it's exciting to see the Kentucky Wildcat faithful in full support of the new head coach. It'll be interesting to see what the Kentucky faithful will look like as we head closer to the regular season. Thanks so much for your hard work, Nate. And we saw that excitement early on as Big Blue Nation, as thousands of fans waited hours lining up outside Rupp Arena for their chance to hear from Coach Pope. Alyssa Williams talked with Big Blue Nation about the excitement and the start of a new era.
Big Blue Nation couldn't hide its Wildcat pride as thousands of fans made their way to Rupp Arena on Sunday.
We're really excited. This is awesome. It's a beautiful day here, and go Cats.
Fans from across the Commonwealth came to witness Mark Pope's official introduction as UK basketball's new men's head coach. But fans from outside the Bluegrass were also there, including Connor Brooks of Arkansas.
I was raised knowing that this fan base is close, and we care about the state, and we care about the people here and this university. So for someone who's been here, I mean, what better person to get than someone who played for us and took us to the promised land? Now he can lead us to the promised land.
The event brought in new fans and longtime ones, like Denise and George Kamek, who share their excitement about Pope.
Well, I think Cal had his own technique. Rupp had his, and they all do, and I appreciate Cal, and I'm not done downgrade him. But Pope is done bring back the excitement to the Bluegrass State. He's blue blood through and through.
Several fans expressed their excitement about having a former UK player and now a part of the coaching staff. They say they're also excited to see some fresh takes when it comes to coaching out on the court.
Enthusiasm is a given, but I would like to see some coaching on display. And, I mean, we love recruiting, but I think we're all excited to see his offense.
Bringing Pope in, somebody that cares about the name on the front and not the name on the back, is what's going to make a difference in the BBN Nation.
We'll have to wait a few months for the season to begin, but fans have made it clear they have hope for Mark Pope. In Lexington, Alyssa Williams, WKYT.
And Nate Johnson will have more on Pope's news conference with sound from the new head coach later tonight in sports.
Well, we saw some very warm weather across the mountains on this Sunday. Let's check out the almanac, and you're going to see those highs climbed into the low 80s. 84 the high today in London, 15 degrees above average. It was a very warm day across eastern Kentucky. Even at Jackson, 82, the old record 87, so not quite in jeopardy, but still very warm for this time of year. 84 was the high in Williamsburg and Middlesboro, 83 Prestonsburg. Not quite as warm over for my friends in the Panhandle of Virginia, 72 the high today in Wise. Tonight we're going to see temperatures bottoming out into the upper 50s under mostly clear skies, just a few passing clouds as we take you zone by zone. We'll call it 61 along the I-75 corridor, mid-50s down around Middlesboro and Pineville, 53 for Hazard and Hyman. Same story in Prestonsburg and Paintsville. The forecast is taking a turn to the active side, though. The warm weather going to cause more showers and thunderstorms, especially midweek, before some cooler air moves in. We'll have more about that coming up here in just a few minutes, Jack.
All right, Shane, thank you. One man was found dead in a house fire in Rockcastle County. Kentucky State Police Post 11 out of London received a 911 call out of Rockcastle County early this morning related to a house fire in the Brodhead area. KSP Post 11 Trooper Scotty Pennington says one man was found dead. An autopsy has been scheduled and an investigation is still going on. One man was in the right place at the right time after a quick trip to Walmart resulted in him saving a friend's life. Paul Morgan was just outside the Walmart in Rockcastle County when he saw a longtime friend fall. He jumped into action by giving his friend Larry CPR. Larry began breathing before the ambulance arrived. Morgan spent 2 years in the military where he first learned CPR. It's been 60 years since he has trained, but he says in that moment, something clicked.
We were talking and just going on. He just turned and looked at me and his eyes lit up. And he just fell just like a tree and hit that concrete. I thought he was dead, I'll be honest with you. He was turning blue in the face and stuff. And I just said, Lord, don't let him die.
Larry is out of the hospital and doctors have told him that he is completely fine, didn't even have a concussion. Well, with the nice weather over the weekend, many people took advantage of it. The Breaks Interstate Park is springing into the season with hiking, ziplining, and much more to fill the calendar. And this weekend, there was a heavy focus on mountain climbing. WYMT's Buddy Forbes saw the harnesses and cords in action.
I really liked this one.
Man, it's a really special way to get connected to your environment.
Like, this feels great.
I mean, it feels so secluded and it feels so special. You feel like you're really connected to the outdoors.
The Central Appalachia Climbers Coalition swung into spring break this weekend.
I went to the big tick mark thinking
part of what this event is we set up ropes, we guide people, we put first timers on the rock. We had 15, 20 people here this time that we were loaning shoes and harnesses and all the gear you need, and we get you on the rock and see if you like a taste of it.
Sharing its love of climbing with the community, but only after giving the park trails a little love.
You got it.
The group worked with Access Fund trail crews to clear up some of the pathways to help climbers better access their playgrounds.
You can be a user of a resource like this your whole life and never get back to it, but someone is out here building the trails, putting in the climbing routes, doing the trash pickup, fixing the roads, and to be a part of it just makes it feel more special to me, be more connected.
Those involved say it is a way to keep building the climbing community while also taking care of the parks that support the sport.
And Breaks Park is used as an example of how great climbers and parks like this can really get along.
Which is why the coalition worked with the Breaks to get grant funding, securing $30,000 from the Cumberland Forest Community Fund, which helped the park in its trail development.
People that helped develop the rock climbing here are really proud of it. And to see that parking lot full this morning and to see it full yesterday was a special thing.
Creating more opportunity and building community to encourage adventure seekers to climb the mountains in front of them.
Yeah.
The fear becomes a regular thing, and it's just exhilaration to conquer the fear and get to the top and know you did something that you were scared of.
In Breaks, Virginia, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
The Coalition's Spring Breaks Weekend is an annual event, and the organization has more events lined up for interested climbers. You can see more about that over on our website. Hundreds of cyclists rolled through Louisville for the Tour de Lou. The bike ride started in New Lou bright and early this morning. There was a 20-mile course, a 35-mile experience ride, and a metric century, which is 62 miles or 100 kilometers, hence century. The Louisville Bike Club has been getting people ready for the ride since February. One of the riders talked about the atmosphere.
There's so many people that are so interested in the same things, and when you get a group activity where everybody is just ready to go and they all have the same mindset, I don't know, it's electrifying, I guess you could say.
The Kentucky Derby Festival has been hosting the bike ride for more than 10 years. Coming up at 11, one Eastern Kentucky mayor received a special award for her role in a leadership position.